Jets also are an extremely important part of a well-designed koi pond. You ask anybody who's had jets in their pond, and they'll tell you, don't dare build a pond without them. Jets add three very important things to a pond. First off, it creates current for the fish to swim in. If you take a pond that doesn't have any jets in it, oftentimes you'll see you walk up to the pond and the fish will be sitting in one area, and if you scare them, they scatter off to the other area and then they just sit there. You take that same pond and add a sufficient number of jets to it, come back a week later and those fish are constantly swimming back and forth. It changes their whole personalities, it makes life exciting for them. Adding current to the pond is extremely important. The second thing jets do is they add oxygen to the pond. Being positioned about 12 inches below the surface and gently coming up and rolling the surface, it picks up oxygen. So it's a real asset to the pond in that sense. But also, jets will make your skimmer much more efficient. If you get a well-placed skimmer and then you get the proper number of jets in the pond, and all these jets are gently pushing from one to another and having all the debris collect in front of the skimmer, it'll make your skimmer, again, much more effective. Proper placement of the jets is very important. What you want to do is put enough jets in the pond and place them properly so that, again, they will move everything to the skimmer. We find that placing the jets approximately 12 inches underneath the surface of the water and then adjusting them so they come up and gently push the surface, you need to place them about once every 7 feet, because one jet will push about 7 feet, the next one will pick it up, and the next one picks it up, and finally it pushes it in front of the skimmer. Management of your water is extremely important. You may only have 40 or 50 gallons a minute to work with. If you want half of that going over your waterfall, then the rest is going to go through the jets. So what you want to do is you want to use those jets as efficiently as you can. By placing them 12 inches underneath the surface and having them come up, again, it adds oxygen, it makes your skimmer more efficient. Placing jets down in an effort to try to move water on the bottom of the pond, it's almost a waste of time. When you get down 4 or 5 feet, there's so much head pressure from this water pushing down that the jets are virtually ineffective. And so again, the placement is very important. Have them adjusted so that you can send them up toward the surface. We like to use either a Mozzie jet or eductor type jets, and we put them on a swivel. Trying to place a jet rigid in a concrete pond and try to predict what's going to happen is very hard to do. By placing these jets into, with the swivels on it, just under the surface, what that allows you to do is once you start up the pond, you can fine tune it. If you've got a little bit of debris collecting in this corner, you can turn it over that direction. If you need to, you can push it more toward the middle. But having the jets on swivels is extremely important.